Hi, I'm Pastor Randall Knighton, pastor of Spirit of God Christian Church, and here is your weekly devotional. The psalmist says in Psalm 27:1, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? He is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?" So this week, the one thing I want to make sure that we don't do is walk in fear. If the Lord is your light, He's the one who guides, leads, and directs you. And He is your salvation. He is the one who picked you up from sin and brought you into His saving grace for life with Him. Then who should you be afraid of? As a matter of fact, even Paul wrote later on that God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. So this week, we're going to walk in faith and not walk in fear. Let's make sure that we believe God, believe His promises, believe His word, and more importantly, believe His principles by putting them into action. When the Lord is truly your light, the one that guides, leads, and directs you, and your salvation, the one who saved you from sin, you can walk in greater authority and power, and the enemy knows that he cannot destroy you nor defeat you because God is your salvation. No need to be afraid. No need to be fearful. This week, what God has called you to do, to step out in faith, do it. If God has already told you to apply for college, do it. If God has told you to begin the steps to start your own business, do it. If God has told you to believe Him for healing, deliverance, whatever it may be, you need to do it. Make sure you get before God this week and begin to petition God. Remember, petitioning is about not only telling God what you want, but also listening to the voice of God. Remembering, God, lead me, direct me, so that I may walk on this path of faith and not one of fear. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to try. Here's what I do know. If you don't try, you will fail. But at least if you try and God has led and directed you, you will find yourself walking not only in faith, but in great power. God will provide for you everything you need to accomplish what He has put you on this earth to accomplish. You just have to believe Him to do it. God has made promises in His word. Find some promises that tie to what it is that you're believing God for this week and walk in those in faith. Trust God, believe God, and do not fear or be afraid, for the Lord your God is with you. David was so confident in this, that the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? He is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Who can stand against your God? No one. So therefore, you put on the whole armor of God, you walk forward and walk in faith this week, knowing that God will be with you. I'm Pastor Randall Knighton. That's your weekly devotional. Be strong this week in your faith and rid yourself of any fear, for God shall be with you. God bless you and God keep you.